Hello, and welcome back to Sakura Dungeon, everybody. Last time we left off on the 13th floor after finding a tiger, outfit scrap, I suppose you could say. So we're jumping right into that this episode. Isabella, says Yomi, do you remember when you made me that leopard spotted outfit? Made that leopard spotted outfit for me? Oh yes, says Isabella. You looked amazing in leopard spots, my humble master. How do you think tiger stripes would work? Asked Yomi. Tiger stripes, you say? Isabella says. She looks me up and down. Well, while I personally believe that you would look good in anything, my humble master, says Isabella, whether or not you would like tiger stripes is up to you. Then let's see how it goes, says Yomi. I present the strip of fabric to her. Right away, says Isabella. You certainly do love unusual outfits, says Siri. I most certainly do, says Yomi. Let's see what we have here. Oh, you've made me some gloves, says Yomi. How wonderful. You look like a proper tigress, my humble master, says Isabella. Do you think such a look suits me? Asks Yomi. You walk with strength and dignity, says Isabella. Of course it suits you. I see. Alright, let's get our herd on. No clothes need to be repaired. Good. What the? Whoa. Hold up. Hang on a sec. There's a war out there that needs to be fought, says the warrior. Surely you can show a altruism for a battle-hardened veteran? I'm not sure. I'm sorry, but I cannot make it any cheaper than it is, says Charlotte. Then perhaps I could persuade you with my blade, says the warrior. If there is one thing I cannot tolerate, it's threats made toward my subordinates. Perhaps I should teach this warrior a lesson. Yeah. Quite frankly, no one speaks to my subordinates like that. Tell me, warrior, says Yomi, why do you need cheaper goods so badly? How is it any business of yours? Asked the warrior. Well, it must be fairly important, says Yomi, because trying to intimidate my shopkeeper is a bad idea. I cast a spell to summon my subordinates. Siri looks around for a moment, dazed. What just happened then? Asked Siri. Sorry, there's no time to explain, says Yomi. Interesting, says the warrior. Let our battle decide our fate. Wait, I'm fighting? Asked Siri. My knight ducks below the blade. Come on, Fox, I was relaxing. Nothing can be done about it now, says Yomi. Alright, this should be easy. Well, okay. That was a lot easier than I thought. Kid freaking one-shotted, nerd. What a freaking... After our fight, the warrior was thoroughly defeated in one shot. She looks back defiantly, however. Damn you, says the warrior. She looks down at her torn clothing. What an embarrassing defeat. Getting destroyed in one shot. I'm such a loser. Perhaps what you need isn't lower prices, but a reassessment of what you're doing with your life, says Yomi. I'm a warrior spirit. Battle is all I know. Well, with all the time you have spent harassing my shopkeeper, says Yomi, you could have been practicing battle, you know. If you're going to rely on excessive healing items or pretty little babble to win battles for you, do you think that you were just making yourself weaker? Or don't you think you're just making yourself weaker? Asks Yomi. She looks down at herself. Aye, starts the warrior. Perhaps you have a point, she continues. But I would rather live through battle than die pointlessly in it. I am scared of death, says the warrior. That's normal, isn't it? Asks Yomi. Only a fool would not be afraid of death. This is true, says Siri. I have known quite a few people who did not fear death, says Siri. Let's just say they met their end long before those who feared her. However, says Yomi, you must have the wisdom to understand what impact your choices have. If another person came, they would probably wouldn't have let you leave alive. So just remember, warrior spirit, some good manners can get you places too, says Yomi. Right, says the warrior. If you want to threaten people for supplies still, says Yomi, then it'd be wise for you not to do that here. You do not come to my town and threaten my subordinates, says Yomi. Do you understand me, she asks. Yes, says the warrior. Understood. Good, says Yomi. Head to the inn and get cleaned up. I will let you stay here if you do not cause any more trouble. Very well, says the warrior. I promise that I will not linger. She slowly picks herself up and heads out of the shop's entrance. So, can I go now, asks Siri? I really need to catch up on sleep. Go ahead, says Yomi. I'm sorry, Charlotte says. I did not want this matter to bother you. We already have so much on our plate after all, she continues. Don't worry about it, says Yomi. My subordinate's safety is more important than the dungeon. Thank you, Yomi, says Charlotte. Now that we have settled that, do you need anything? Alright, I'll buy one of those. Need. Honestly, like... Alright. A recurring pest. I see. New achievement unlocked, everyone. Alright. Let's go ahead and meet our captured monsters. Start off with the monk. A solemn-looking figure sits inside her cell. Sitting with her legs folded, she is performing a very meditative prayer. She slowly lifts up her head as she hears me approach. There you are, says the monk. I had a feeling you would be here soon. Perhaps fate has intended for us to meet this way, says Yomi. Perhaps, says the monk. Perhaps not. Understanding the whims of the universe and all therein is impossible, says the monk. So I do not presume to know if it was meant to be. She slowly stands up, stretching herself out. You could not be here without a purpose, says the monk. Just as I could not be inside this cell without a purpose, she continues. So what do you desire of me, venerable spirit? Venerable, you say, asks Yomi. Yes, I can see only a glimpse of your soul, but I know you are very old, says the monk. Well, says Yomi, I am looking for like-minded people to help me with something. Which would be, asks the monk. Reclaiming my dungeon, says Yomi. So it used to be your dungeon, asks the monk. She nods thoughtfully to herself. Yes, that would make sense, says the monk. It is well known that our dungeon lord only appreciates power, and she would not have gone out of her way to make shrines, rooms, and comfortable places for her guests. The monk continues. So, dare I ask how you lost your dungeon? It's a long story, says Yomi, but the important thing is that I'm not going to change things in the dungeon. Change can be good, it can be bad, says the monk. Perhaps it would be wise for me to follow the path of change, says the monk. She nods to herself. I will throw in my lot with yours, says the monk. Our fates are now intertwined, venerable spirit. I am honored to have you at my side, monk, says Yomi. The monk has joined your party. Alright. Let's get the new Panda Girl as well. As we walk into the prison cell, Siri seems especially nervous. Okay, I can do this, she says to herself, trying to pump herself up. Just go up and ask her if she wants to work with us, Siri says. Damn it, I always let my other guild members do the talking, she says. Calm down, says Yomi. It's not as if you're marching to your death or anything, she continues. I know, Siri says, but... Seeing those fuzzy ears and those paws, she says, I just want to drop everything and give her a hug. I'm glad I chose to come with her. Leaving her alone with the Panda Girl is obviously a mistake, no matter what way you look at it. Eventually, we arrive in front of the cell. Do you serve... don't you serve bamboo or anything here? Asked the Panda Girl indignantly. Come on, I'm a panda. She growls and reaches out from the bars of her cell. My heart is breaking at the moment, says Siri. I cannot leave her inside the cell. Then negotiate with her, Yomi encourages. Oh, okay, says Siri. Nervously, Siri steps up to the cell. Hello, says Siri. You're the one who captured me, says the Panda Girl. What do you want? Sorry about that, says Siri. I was wondering if we could what? Says the Panda Girl quickly. The panda is getting impatient. If we could work together, says Siri. No, says the Panda Girl shortly. Siri looks really disappointed. What if I gave you all the bamboo you could eat? Asked Siri. The panda's ears perk up when she hears that. Can you really do that, though? Asked the panda. Yes, yes, I can arrange for it with my master, says Siri. Well, says the Panda Girl, I don't like being in here. So why not? She asks. Unlimited bamboo sounds ideal, too. Siri looks back to me happily. I did it, she says excitedly. Yes, says Yomi, you did a fine job, Siri. I do not think I've ever seen her this nervous before. Ever. The Panda Girl has joined your party. Let me see. I do not want more servants of the same pieces, so I will let this one free. Go on, you're free. I see. So it doesn't even let you get more than one of each party member. Let's see. I want to add the Panda Girl. Fox architecture be switched. Well, since we got Yomi and Tiger Gear, it'll be alright. Alright, Monk and Panda Girl. Nice. They're about the same level as everyone else. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Come back, Cat Girl. Alright. Well, I think this is a good place to end the episode. As always, everybody, I hope you enjoyed. And I will see you next time for when we actually continue to explore the 13th floor.